All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. I'm Nicodemus Kane. How's everybody doing today? It is what is it? It is January the 25th of 2021. Today would have been the birthday of a very close friend of mine. He would have been 44 today. But tragically, he died 21 years ago. He was 23 years old. Um, Died rather suddenly, rather tragically. Um, I've been thinking about him for the past couple days, so I am thinking about you, buddy. So, anyways, I wanted to make this short and sweet. Let me pull this down just a little bit because you got this glaring light right here. That's why I usually turn that off. I wanted to talk to you really quick. We already know what's going on in the world, so I don't really have to cover too much of what's going on in the world. Um, but I wanted to. Somebody brought something to my attention the other day, and I said, "Man, that's worth talking about. That really is worth talking about." So we're gonna make this really quick because it's 7 o'clock. I got to work at 8, so we're just. I wanted to just sit down and just be like, let's just knock this out because I wanted to get it over with. But we're going to talk about how the media manipulates you and about how not only do they manipulate you, they lie to you just to manipulate you into believing what they want you to believe. And I've got pretty good proof here. I know some people might think this is like, it's nonsense. It seems like a joke. Okay, you may think it's a joke. That's fine, but this was a joke that kind of went viral, and a lot of people really, you know, bought into this thing, and it it's kind of not what you think it is. It really isn't. So let me see here. I'm hoping I'm going to do this right because I changed my settings changed because I had to reinstall this. So it looks like it's right. So we're going to come here. So you may or may not have seen this about when Biden moved into office. He removed Donald Trump's Diet Coke button. I don't know if anybody has heard this or not, but I looked this up. This is Trump Diet Coke button. You go to the news. I mean, they already have it in front of the news, anyways. But when you look through this, you've got New York Post, NDTV, Food. U.S. President Joe Biden removes Trump's Diet Coke button. Twitter reacts. Food and Wine. Biden seems to have removed the famed Diet Coke button. Core77.com, not just for ordering. See, there's one. That's interesting. But most of these other ones are, what the hell? Trump button used to order Diet Coke disappears from Oval Office's Resolute desk. So there's a whole bunch of these, and if you actually, just go to all, you can see there's a bunch of them here. New York Post. Let's just go in here. There's going to be a million ads. I swear, looking for news on the internet has become harder and harder because the ads just kill you. President Biden appears to remove Trump's Diet Coke button from the Oval Office. Perhaps he'd like a Pepsi. President Biden appears to have gotten rid of the Diet Coke button his predecessor, President Donald Trump, used on the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. Commentator Tom Newton Dunn on Thursday tweeted a photo of Biden behind his desk with stacks of executive orders. But the famous little red button Trump pushed to get his favorite soft drink appears to be missing. President Biden has removed the Diet Coke button. Eventually, Trump pressed it, and a butler swiftly brought in a Diet Coke on a silver platter. It's gone now. You see how they do this? Trump showed off the button to his reporters with the Associated Press and the Financial Times in 2017. Yes, there's actually a video of this. We will watch that just to, I don't know if we can watch. I don't know if I'll get a thing about it or not. With a push of a red button placed on a Resolute disk, the presidents have used for decades, the White House butler soon arrived with a Coke for the president. I'm sure he did. So we're talking about this little brown box right here. We're talking about this little brown box, and they think this little brown box is a Pepsi box or Diet Coke box. Trump also boasted staffers always notice when he pressed the button. Everyone gets a little nervous when I press that button, Trump told Times. And of course, it stops there. The rest of it's all ads and nonsense. So we'll go back. Let me see here. I think this one had a little bit more in it. Food and wine. Again, this is all the same stuff. He swiftly redecorated. Family pictures are framed, yada, 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 because they're making him out to be the best person in the world. Whatever. Go away. God, it's so hard to find anything anymore. Eventually, Trump President Butler swiftly brought in a Diet Coke. This is almost word for word. Except I think this adds just a tiny bit more. Of course, you can, the pictures of Biden sitting in his office, and of course, the brown box is not there. Is the one note the existence during 2017 said with the push of a red button the presidents have used for decades. White House Butler. It's just parrots. That's all they are. They just parrots the same stuff over and over again. Dimitri something, a Washington D.C. correspondent for the Financial Times, also mentioned its presence on the top of Trump's desk. This isn't the nuclear button, is it? I joke. Pointing, he wrote, No, everyone thinks it is, Trump says on cue, before leaning over and pressing it to order some Cokes. Everyone does get a little nervous when I press that button. Yeah, whatever. According to the Independent's former civil bodies, would use the button to jokingly make Oval Office visitors nervous. Out of nowhere, he'd suddenly press the button. Chris Sims wrote in the book. Not sure what to do. The guests would look at one another and raised eyebrows. Moments later, a steward would enter the room carrying a glass filled with Diet Coke on a silver platter. And Trump would burst out laughing. I don't know if that's true or not. There's a video of where he talks about it, but I've never actually seen him push the button. Trump didn't add the buzzed about and frequently buzzed a button on the Oval Office desk. The button and the wooden box that houses it are rumored to have been installed by Lyndon B. Johnson so he could be warned when the First Lady was on her way to see him. Lyndon B. Johnson. Okay, so of course, Biden seems to have scrapped the idea of the button entirely. Could be swiftly returned to the desktop if he changes his mind, although the First Lady has said that the new Prez prefers Coke Zero to Diet Coke. I'm sure he does. Love for ice cream is well documented too. Oh, I know. He probably likes his ice cream. Being able to get a pint of Ginny's, that's a little touch of fun. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I don't want to subscribe to your nonsense. So, of course, this is all the thing. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, there was a Diet Coke button on this thing. Okay, fine. All right. Of course, Fox covered it, a whole bunch of other different things. And, it just seemed like it got way overdrawn. Here's the video. Hold on. You cannot hear that. Let me do that. Hopefully it's not too loud. Scale it back just a little bit.
Thinks that...
Okay.
Any other gadgets you've gotten installed here since you came?
Well, everyone thinks that this is very ominous right here. See this? These are phones. These are very, secure phones. But this is a very ominous looking because of the red button.
What does that get you when you press the red button?
Well, it gets you a Coke or it gets you a Pepsi.
Oh.
One or the other, right? I have to be.
Okay, so there you go. Did he actually press a button? I didn't see him press a button. I'm sure there's probably a video of him pressing the button and somebody jokingly comes in with a Coke on a silver platter. I'm sure it's hilarious. I'm sure everybody can, have a good laugh over it. So, is this true? I mean, is this a thing? Can we, can we find out if this is a real thing or not? Well, I typed in fact check Diet Coke button. Snopes was the first thing that pops up. Of course it is. Did Trump have a Diet Coke button on the Oval Office, in the Oval Office? Which push a button former President Donald Trump could summon a Diet Coke to the Oval Office. Look at all this nonsense. Get out of here. God, these ads. The claim is former U.S. President Donald Trump had a Diet Coke button in the Oval Office. The rating? It's true. Really. Origin. The origin comes from the fact that when Biden got into office, he took the button out. And it comes from this guy that put it out there and then he said the same thing we've been saying. Eventually, Trump pressed it, and the butler swiftly brought in a Diet Coke on a silver platter. It's the same thing. What it is. Trump's soda button first made the news in April 2017 when news outlets published articles concerning Trump's first 100 days in office. At the time, reports stated that this button summoned a regular Coke for the president's. There's an excerpt from Julie Pace's article. A man accustomed to wealth and his trappings, Trump has embraced life in the executive mansion, often regaling guests about trivia with his historic decor, with the push of a button placed on a resolute desk that presidents have used for decades. So apparently this button has been on the thing for decades, but apparently Trump was joking that he could order a Coke. He says, but the rooms fit the Diet Coke button. That's all they keep saying it is. Diet Coke button. Because that's what we have to get it into you. Trump's Diet Coke button was also featured in the monologues of at least one late night talk show. Sure, whatever. And that's it. That's the end of it. That's all you get. Is he has this Diet Coke button, and apparently it's been on the thing forever. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're just going to say that, he has this Diet Coke button on there. Go away, damn. And that, it is what it is. Don't, even time.com. Don't argue with it, because the little red box, the little wooden box with the red button is what it is, what we're talking about. So, all you have to do is go down more than just a couple different things on Trump Diet Coke button to find out the truth. Where was the one that we saw? Let me see. Even Wikipedia. Some presidents in the United States have a red call button in the Oval Office of the White House that would call aides. It has often, but not always, been on a resolute desk. According to Richard Branson, President Obama used it to order tea. Seriously. And of course, there's a photo right here. Look, there it is. This takes a little bit out of my whole spiel, because we were going to go looking for this in other presidencies. But there you go, right there, little brown box. In the first days of Joe Biden's presidency, he had it removed. Of course he did, because he doesn't want to have anything to do with anybody, anywhere, ever. And of course it makes for really good tweeting. What it was. So where was the one that we just saw? I know I just saw it. Actually, it was in the news section, wasn't it? It was in the news, because not many people like listening to the news. This Core 77 thing. Not just for ordering Diet Coke. The red button on the president's desk. Apparently these people... How do I get rid of this? I don't know. I don't want to hit it and then go to another website. Apparently it's it. Apparently in these people's reality, you hit R to exit. By now you've seen the headlines like Biden removes Trump's Diet Coke button from Oval Office. As the story goes, Trump had a red button mounted on a wooden box sitting at a resolute desk in the Oval Office. Pressing it signaled a servant to bring in a Diet Coke, reportedly Trump's favorite drink, on a silver tray. And of course, there's this same old thing, and of course, there's Biden with this without the button. Okay, sure, whatever. Then there's a picture of it with the button. Okay, of course, this is what we're talking about. It's a brown box with a little circle and a little red button. However, the box wasn't original. Of course, here's Obama. There's your button. Here's Bush. There's the button in between. I've seen the pictures of Clinton. Of course, there's a close-up of this picture right there. All right. So what's the story? Obama explained the button to Branson during a meeting in the Oval Office. They used to be there for emergencies, but now I use them for ordering tea for my guests. Not clear why Biden had the button removed, and the fact that a presidential drink ordering button has made the national news perhaps signifies less panicky political news coverage for the time being. By the by, expect knockoffs of this button appear on Etsy soon. Probably sure they already have. Matter of time before we see some enterprising craftsperson catches in. Okay, so apparently this has been around for a while, and it's not just for ordering stuff. It is actually a Secret Service button. I found this out when you dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. You find out that this button is something that's been with the presidents for a while. It's a panic button, pretty much is what it is. When you look up Secret Service button Oval Office, guess what you get? You get Biden removes Trump Diet Coke button. President Biden removes mysterious red button. Biden removes, Biden removes, Biden removes. You got to come all the way down here. WhiteHouse.gov1.info. Secret Service agent for a week. What's this all about? Well, apparently, I don't know. I didn't read through all this nonsense. Apparently, it tells you what happens whenever you become a Secret Service agent. And you come all the way down here. All the way down here. Day 5, Presidential Protection Duty, White House. For 4 long days of training, you are worthy, blah, 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 blah. Located on the ground floor, blah, blah, blah. A hidden staircase. Yeah. Buddies. Every morning, the president leaves the residence, walks outside the West Wing colonnade into the Oval Office. It will be your responsibility to open the door precisely the correct moment. Too early and you risk it. This is all nonsense. This is all silly, stupid nonsense. You want your buddy aid. You will want to work with your agent buddy on this prior to the president's arrival. You may notice a wooden box on the president's desk with a gold presidential seal and a red button on top. The Secret Service Technical Security Division has installed this special call box so the president can summon the Secret Service at the push of a button. Normally reserved for emergency purpose only, the president sometimes enjoys a good prank on the agent for a week participants by pushing his button and yelling, "Gotcha," when you and your agent buddy come running. So, that's what this is. It's not just for ordering Cokes. It's an actual thing, but nobody wants to tell you that. Now, are they misusing it? I don't know. I don't know if they're misusing it or not. I don't know if they're using it just to order Cokes or not, but it's a panic button. It's an absolute panic button. Why is this a thing like this now? There was another one. Oh, where was it? Where'd it go? Presidential call box. I don't know if that was it or not. There was another one, though, that actually got into it, that talked about how that box was... Can't find it anymore. About the history behind it, about there used to be an actual panic button on the desk itself. And I can't find it. I don't know where it is now. I had it. I know I had it. You can probably hunt the hell out of it. It might have been panic button. Panic button. Aura, there's one. The Oval Office. What does a small wooden box on a resident desk do? I think this is it. This is the presidential call button. It was installed so that the president can communicate with the United States Secret Service at a moment's notice. You may notice a wooden box. Get out of here. You may notice a wooden box on the president's desk with a gold presidential seal and a red button on top. The Secret Service Technical Security Division has installed this special call box so the president can summon the Secret Service at the push of a button. This is what this is. It's the box with the button with the president's seal on top. It is said President Johnson installed it so the Secret Service could warn him when his wife was on her way, which is hilarious. Presented there are several of these call boxes in existence as there is photographic evidence of them in other locations. Hey, look, there it is right there. It's a panic button. It's what it is. Pure and simple. It's a panic button. If they misuse it for any other stuff, then whatever, they misuse it for any other stuff. But it's not some Diet Coke button. It's not something that you can create tons and tons of articles to make somebody seem terrible to some people. Now, I'm not here for any political system. I'm not here to endorse anybody's anything anywhere. What I'm saying is that they create these things to get you talking about these ridiculous moments like this so that they will influence you into thinking a certain way. Oh, look, haha, Trump had this extreme misuse of power whenever he used to have this button that he used to use to call up Diet Cokes. It's just so stupid, so absolutely ridiculous. Oh, by the way, I think it's so sweet and so perfect whenever Obama used to use the same button to order tea. Aw, isn't that sweet? I just lost my light. My work computers over here just timed out. But isn't that so sweet? And that's how they do it. That's how they manipulate you. And there was nothing in those articles that we read that said anything about the real reason what this box is. It's just a box. And for those that are ignorant, and you're ignorant if you can't get off your ass and go through the internet and find out what this stuff really is. For those people that are ignorant enough to just believe whatever's on the surface, you would think that President Trump made a box and put it on his desk just so that he could order Diet Cokes. Apparently with a butler that would bring it in on a silver platter. That just sounds stupid. That just sounds ridiculous. But that's how they do it. That's how not only does the media manipulate you and lie to you, but they use your ignorance against you so that you don't know the truth, so that you can't understand the truth. And this is exactly how they do it. This was a perfect example. Something that I found that I said, what in the world? Now, granted, people are saying that they're using this, that other presidents have used this to order tea. Maybe Johnson did do it whenever to tell his wife. I don't know. That's not the point. The point of the matter is that this is something that they are using to manipulate your mind into thinking a certain way about a certain person. And this is the way it's been for a long time. They do it all the time. I'm not here to endorse anybody's political affiliations. I'm not here to bash anybody's political affiliations. What I'm saying is you have to be careful what you listen to, especially when it comes to the mainstream media, when it comes to mainstream news, because this is how it happens. This is how it works. This is how they do it. This is that subtle manipulation, slowly but surely. And it's just the little things like that. If they're doing this with the little things like that, what are they doing with the big things? How do you think they're influencing you with the big things? I am thinking about it now. Wag the Dog. If you've ever seen that movie, that's how they do it. Just create lies out of thin air, just to manipulate you into thinking a certain way. That's how it's done. That's how it's been for a long time. I've talked about it. The CIA mind control techniques that they have used for years and years and years. I've said go to Truth Stream Media. They've been talking about it for years and years and years. These people that do this to us have had 60, 70, 80 years of this, to years of manipulating us, and they have perfected it. Absolutely perfected it. And now we're here where I don't know if we can believe anything it's real anymore. I don't remember who it was that said that when the people can't believe anything they read or hear in the news, when they can't believe it as true or not, then we will know that we have won. I can't remember who said that. I'm sure somebody somewhere could probably find that. But that's where we are right now. How can you know what's real anymore? How can you know you're not being manipulated by these things? So we can't, because of stuff like that. That's all I really wanted to say. That's again, okay, fine. If he used it to order Diet Cokes, that's what he used it for. But that's not what they told you what it was. They make it seem like this was the most despicable thing any person in the world could have done, was to make this box and put it on here just so he could order Cokes. And look at the saint that Biden was for taking it out. Oh, but wait, the guy that he served as vice president under for 8 years, he just happened to use it to order tea. But we're not going to mention that. We're going to leave that out. We're going to let your ignorance hurt you. That's exactly what it is. That's all I had. It's 30 minutes. I just wanted to make it quick. Like I said, I'm going to have to start logging in here so I can go to work. But that's all I had. I wanted to make it yesterday, but we got busy yesterday. But I saw it and I just laughed, and it took all of 30 minutes for me to do some searching and find out this is insane. I found much better results yesterday than I did today. Today was kind of crap. But yesterday I found better results. I actually found a page where they talked about it, about how this is kind of a panic button. And, it should have been used for emergencies only, but I'm sure that, like everything else in the world, whenever you sit at a desk, there's going to be certain things. When you sit at a desk for, however many hours of a day, there's going to be certain things that you just play with. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm not saying that's not what it was. I'm just saying they never told you what the truth was. And they use that to manipulate your beliefs and your thinkings about who people are and what people are. Anyways, thanks for coming around and watching this. I've been Nicodemus Kane. I shall see you guys whenever. I could have talked about anything, because boy, that we got so much going on right now, but I didn't want to. This was just like the only thing that came to my mind, and I felt compelled to do this. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. You take care. God bless. And don't believe what they're feeding you. Don't believe it. Check everything out for yourself first. All right, later, guys.